Hey, I'm Emily Fraser from McDermott Cues. I hope you all like and follow Sharkstream.
Hi, I'm Lucas Casper. Join us on the Shark.
Hello, I'm Jastrzab and join us on Sharkstream.
Hello everyone, I'm Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. Join us to the Sharkstream. Let's go!
Hello, I am David Alcaide. Join us in Sharkstream.
Hey guys, I'm Feder Horst. Join us on the Sharkstream.
I'm Christina Tkach. Join us on the Sharkstream.
Guys, it's Jason Shaw. Join us on the Sharkstream tonight.
I'm John Moore. Join me on the Sharkstream.
Hi, I'm Savannah Easton. Join us on the Sharkstream.
Hi, my name is Georgia Georgiev, and you can join us at the Sharkstream.
Joey hit the lights, Bobby grabbed the mic, chicken calling at you from the other side. Sharkstream, going live. We're about to enter water, only sharks survive. In 3, 2, 1.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sharkstream. Thanks for tuning in. This is Brian Brennan in the booth at the Yale Billiards Brunswick Arena, bringing you live action from the Philadelphia Super Billiards Expo. Our next match is starting at 9 p.m. It's going to be featuring, oh man, I'm going to mangle this name. I'm going to go outside, Google how to figure it out, how to pronounce it. But our very own Francisco Sanchez Ruiz on Team Sharkstream, Team No Sleep, is going to be playing against Dominik. I'm going to go with Jastrzab. I don't know how to get that Z in there. I'll go figure it out, but definitely stay tuned where the match is going to be starting in about 10 minutes. So get comfortable. We're going to have some more great action from the Philadelphia Expo for you tonight. And looking forward to this one. There he is right there, FSR. Definitely a favorite, but Dominik was absolutely dominating earlier today. He destroyed Jason Shaw 10-2. Now, we all know Jason Shaw has a little bit of an issue with his wrist and his hand, so we understand. But, man, 10-2 is very decisive, and that's Jason Shaw, 834. We'll see how he does against FSR in about 8 minutes. Stay tuned, guys. Alrighty, I'm back in the booth. The lag has been completed, and I have Googled how to say Dominik Jastrzab. I apologize for the mangling of the name earlier, but just not super familiar with a lot of these names. So this should be a great match, though. Dominik just took a 10-2 victory against Jason Shaw. So I'm really excited to see how he does against Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, as we know him here at the Sharkstream, FSR, of course. And off we go. Rack number 1 in the books, or starting anyway. Dry break. Nope. Did I miscount? Nope. Dry break. Everybody for tuning in for live coverage from the Philly Expo. We've been broadcasting all day to the noon match, the 3 match, the 6 match, and now the 9 match. We may or may not have content tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't gotten to speak to my boss, but this is going to be the last one for the night. Little push out there from Dominik. Like I said, coming off a really dominating performance against the Jason Shaw, and FSR took out Billy Thorpe 10-7 to get to this position. We're in the top 16 right now. So we're looking at some really good matches all night long, or all day long. And it should be even more exciting tomorrow. Make sure you tune into Billiard Sports Network if you want to look at the main table. Right now, playing on the main table is Federgorst and John Mora. Boy, that's going to be a heck of a match, too. So playing simultaneously, we got Victor Selensky playing Yap. What a match that's going to be. Victor's already up 1-0. Thorsten Hamann and Sanjin, oh man, another name I can't pronounce. Novich. They're starting off as well. Elliot Sanderson and Tyler Steyer. Michael Feliciano, Pius Labutis, Fraser Patrick, and Naoki Oi getting started as well. And rounding out the top 16, Hubert Lapotko and Emil Andre Gangflot. Going up and over. Nope. Changed his mind. That's a long distance, man. To come down and be rolling by the time it gets to the 1, that's a lot to ask. Like we already got over 100 people tuned in. Thank you guys for tuning in and supporting the Sharkstream. We appreciate that. Make sure you hit the like button. Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. And, of course, always turn on notifications so you know when we're live. Up and over. Oh, very close. That was a tough shot, man. That was a lot of distance. But look at this leave. He got a little bit fortunate. Dominik trying to size this one up. Might be jumping into a kick. Looks like he's trying to size up the kick 2 rails, but you got to be real careful coming in behind the 1. Definitely lots of room to scratch that way. Oh, nice contact. It's going to sail out into the middle of the table, though. FSR, I mean, these balls are a little bunchy, but not a terrible pattern. Oh, no, they don't let me out of the booth. And I could show you a picture of the booth. It's really a closet. It's 2 chairs, 3 TVs, a whole bunch of buttons, and a soundboard. So when I say, do they let me out of the booth? Or when you say, do they let me out of the booth? I say, do they let me out of the closet? And that sounded weird. So we're just going to leave it alone. Nice shot there. Like I said, the one was out in the open. Two's pretty close to that. Still a little bunchy, but not terrible. That go by the 6 and the 4 to get to the corner? That's the question of the day. Lined up on it like it does. Oh, he came offline just a hair. Not a terrible leave, but definitely safety prone. I did look it up by the way. Jastrzab, according to Google. I have to Google a whole bunch more of these names just to make sure I get them pronounced. I try to be a professional when I can. So, yeah, young kid, like I said, doing very well. Kingslayer. Look out, Jason Shaw. 3 balls coverage. Not a bad leave at all. And that 7's kind of in the way of the kick. So is the 4 for that matter. Not a lot of approach vectors, to say the least. Go around the 7 with some English. Might work out. Yeah, no, I don't think he has the side pocket. Thinking this is going to be a pretty quick match. Both these guys seem to be in not free stroking, but they're definitely getting to the table quickly and making their decisions. So regardless, should be a high quality match. Put the 3 up on the top rail, put the cue on the other one. Nothing wrong with that at all. Great shot. He's asking what match is this? We are in the top 16. So if you go to the link I'm going to stick into the comments section, be able to tell exactly where we are in this tournament. So I just stuck a link into the comments section that takes you right to digital pool for the Diamond Super Bowl. Super Billiards Expo in Philadelphia. Stage 2. So this is a round 2 of stage 2, otherwise known as round 4 overall, according to this. Winner's bracket round 4. Top 16. Or winner's bracket round 3, stage 2. 16 players left out of 176 that began the tournament. Look at that, man. Just that speed and cue control. I'm a little bit jealous. Great cue there. That's it. Dominik starting off 1-0. We appreciate everybody that's tuning in to our coverage. Yeah, you're looking at stage 1. That makes sense. Yeah, stage 2 is where we're at right now. Single elimination. Now, again, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button, follow us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and definitely turn on notifications if you want to be notified when we go live. We do appreciate any contributions to our channel. We have several different means to do that if you want to support free streaming on Pool. We take Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and Zelle. We also have a super chat drive going up on YouTube. You put in $5 there, you will have a ticket into the razzle on Monday for a McDermott September 2025 edition Emerald Cue. Gorgeous. I'll show you some pictures in a little bit. Try break number 2. Wow. After watching Aloysius earlier today, just drain head ball after head ball after head ball. It's a little surprising to see that they're not dropping them. A lot of these, especially these elite players, they just know that matchroom break. 9 on the spot template, cut break from the box, and that one generally just flies right in that side pocket. Curious what these guys got in mind for this. I mean, the table's spread out pretty nice. Matter of getting that groove going. Wow, tried to fire it in the corner, didn't get there, but watch. Oh, I thought he was going to fluke the 5. Still not a terrible leave. One ball's not visible. Dominik's going to come back to the table with a kick possibility. I don't see him jumping here. You know what? I'm wrong. He's jumping. You guys can debate all you want in the comment section about Aloysius Yap's World 8-Ball title, foul or no fall. But if you're curious, Bobby Hilton is posting up on his page, I believe. I don't think it's on the Sharkstream. I'm not sure. But he had a chance encounter at the Expo this weekend with John Lehman, referee supreme. Everybody knows the guy. And he apparently asked the question, was that a foul or not a foul? We'll see what John had to say after Bobby posts it. SR's got a nice clean look at the 1. Gonna pull it back for the 2. Got a little straighter than I would enjoy here, but he still should have a decent look at the 3 after he's done. Just making it work, SR does seem to be very comfortable right now at the table. moving that cue ball around like it's on a string. At the right angle. 8 in the side, drizzle up for the 9. High game. Let me show you some pictures of that cue we're wrestling off to support the channel. If you want to get super chat in or Facebook stars, this is what you're looking at. That is the McDermott Cue of the month, September 2025. Curly maple forearm with an emerald green stain. You can look; it looks like tiger stripes to me. I'm going to tell you what. When you see it in person, it's a gorgeous cue. You want to enter, like I said, send in some Facebook stars, send in a YouTube super chat, or you can scan any of these QR codes to send it directly to the channel. Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, or Zelle. And I forgot what table we're on. Hang on. Table 5. There's the one on the side that we've been looking for. You gonna get any kind of look at the 2? Doesn't look like it. 5 ball sitting squarely in the way. Oh, and you're not lying, man. This is our guy from Ireland out there doing his best Rodney Dangerfield in the comments section. But yes, Irish tiger stripes. Little green and black stripes. I tell you what, I mean, the cue was repossessed from the booth so that we could put it out on display because people are asking about it. But the pictures don't do it justice. It really does pop. The stain looks amazing. The wrap is black Irish linen with green speck. The rings around the wrap and the rings around the collars, just absolutely gorgeous. And it's a G-core shaft. So for $550 cue, you can have it for $5. Or at least have a chance for $5. No rail. I think he went rail first. Click the 4 ball. Oh, that was a push shot. My bad. I got to pay attention. Too busy talking about my McDermott Cue. In second thoughts, it looks like. Gotten down on the ball twice and then gotten back up. That's not going to work. Wow, I'm looking at the scores right now on the digital pool page. Victor Selensky is up 3-0 over Aloysius Yap. Yap's been playing super duper strong. If you watched just earlier today, I mean, I think he missed 1 ball. That wasn't a jump shot, and that was a tough shot. So Aloysius is absolutely playing lights out today, and he's down 3-0. Federer and John Moore are tied at 1. Thorsten is up 2-0 over Sanjin. Tyler Steyer's up 2-0 over Elliot Sanderson. Let's see what else we got. Michael Feliciano's up 2-0 over Pius. Another big name. Naoki Oi is tied with Fraser Patrick. And Hubert Lapotko is up 2-0 over Emil Andre Gangflot. You can check that out on Digital Pool's website. And there's my good friend Frowny the Game Cat. Haven't seen you in forever. Wondering what you guys were talking about when he kept saying 2006. I must have mistyped that when I entered it into the YouTube titles. I'll fix that right now. Out. It is 2026, obviously. Sean's got my back in the comment section. I appreciate that. Yes, I did fix it to 2026. This is live. And I've heard Aloysius or Aloysius pronounced both ways. In fact, if you go to Europe, it's Aloysius. So I'm just going to go with what I heard Scott Frost say a couple of times on a WNT broadcast in the back. And back a few, days, months, weeks, whatever. I'm gonna say Aloysius because that's what I've heard. You get some points for at least looking it up, I suppose, Matter of fact, at the beginning of the broadcast, I had to go back outside and Google. It's Jastrzab. So the J's a Y, the A sounds like a U, and then the rest seems pretty natural. Just took me a minute to sort of figure that out. I do my best, guys. There you go. I could just say yap. You're right. Everybody knows that one. I've been asked in the comments section what my thoughts are on the foul from Yap. I won't even say Aloysius or Aloysius, but my thought is yes, he hit the 4-ball first. Yeah, I see a lot of people talking about it on social media. Freeze framing, doing a little bit of video analysis, kind of doing the CSI kind of thing, and that's my opinion. I think he hit the 4 first, but it only matters what the ref says. Doesn't matter what I say. Even in the most recent revisions of the WPA, I know this was a WNT event, but in the WPA, they say if it's difficult to determine, sort of like in baseball, then the tie goes to the shooter. So even if it was a tie, it's a legit shot. And again, whatever the ref says goes. That's just the way it is. Dominik's up 2-1. Very nicely done. 2-1. I had a feeling this was going to be a good match. It's just by I know Jason Shaw has some issues with his hand, but Dominik winning 10-2 in an alternating break format, that says something to me. The 763 might be an underestimation. An FSR at 845 is a dominant presence. I really do think this is going to go the distance. That's just my opinion too. As far as the table sound being low, we try not to turn the table sound up too loud because sometimes they're playing music. And what ends up happening is if we play copyrighted music on the Sharkstream, sometimes YouTube and Facebook get a little fussy about that and we could lose the stream. So we just try to get it loud enough so you hear the clicks and some of the room noise, but not the music that might be playing in the background. I hope that makes sense. Goes the 1 ball, there goes the 8 ball. And the 2 ball is going to be hidden by the 6 and the 5. Tough break. I'll bump up the natural sound from the room up a little bit. Like I said, the danger there is getting zinged for copyright violation. Definitely want to steer clear of the censors on YouTube and Facebook. That's just the way it is. All right, FSR comes back to the table with a decent look. Well, not a decent look. A look at the 2-ball. Guys, it looks like we got a few hundred people tuned in. That's pretty awesome. What's your prediction? I know Dominik's up 2-1, but by Fargo, by all rights, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz should be dominating this game. I'm curious what you think the final score might be. Let me know in the comment section. While we're at it, I'm kind of curious where everybody's tuning in from. I know we got at least one fella from Ireland. That'd be Sean. Got a few people tuned in from Colorado. I see a couple other ones. I'm just kind of curious where you guys are watching from. Z safe there. Out in the open, but not a lot of ways to go here. Might try kicking that 2-ball back to the bottom of the table and using the cue. Come in behind the pink ball. Oh, wow. We got them from all over the United States so far. We got at least one overseas that I know of, and we got Oregon, Washington, now in North Carolina, Boston, of course, Boston, Colorado, Chicago, Lexington, Kentucky, South Carolina. Ron says it's a tough one to call this one because of how well DJ played earlier. You're absolutely right. I agree. That's one of the reasons that this match jumped out at me. Not only has FSR been to Yale Billiards several times, and I've gotten to meet him and hang out with him at the bar a few times, but also, you know, he's an honorary member of Team No Sleep. And I'm pretty sure he's coming back for the McDermott Open in July, so I'm looking forward to seeing him again. Oh, the Colorado. There you go. Cool. Florida, Waverly Hill, Georgia. Bobby V, New York. Cool. Any other overseas viewers? I know it's late there. I'm not sure what Sean's doing out of bed at this hour, but what, about 2:30 in the morning over there? We finally have a prediction. 10-8 FSR. He's got some work to do. Big jump right there. That should bring open the table for FSR, I think. In the side, go from there. Or 2 in the side, go from there. Got another prediction, 10-7 FSR. A lot of FSR fans out there. And by all rights, Fargo is a pretty good indicator. But Dominik did just take down an 845 or an 843, whatever Jason Shaw is now. There we go. We got somebody from Sydney, Australia. Excellent. Yeah, he did play. I remember watching that, and it was in St. Louis. Absolutely, he played fantastic. DJ Dominik Jastrzab. See, I did my homework. SR having second thoughts about this pull for the 5. Is he gonna go forward, or is he gonna try and come back? Looks like he's going low. We're steamrolling towards a tie here, barring a major catastrophe. According to Matchroom Pool, I had an interesting comment there and asking a question that I actually kind of like. How tall is FSR? According to matchroompool.com, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz is 5'9". That's just what I see in the Googles. Current score is 2-2. Once again, if you're interested in supporting the channel, please do. Send in a $5 donation and you will be eligible for this cue right here. McDermott, September 2025, cue of the month. And I said, this is a beautiful cue. Look at those rings, man. Just gorgeous. All right, FSR's turn to break. Rack number 5 coming up, tied 2-2, race to 8. Here goes that head ball. Oh, cue ball almost went in right behind it. Got a clean look at the 2 though, so nothing wrong with that break. Thomas, I'm not 100% sure which cue he used, but I'm 99% sure he's sponsored by Q-Tech. So I would wager it's a Q-Tech cue of some sort. I just don't know which one. He's been with Q-Tech for a couple of years, I think. So, like I said, I'm not entirely sure which one he uses, but I'm pretty sure it's a Q-Tech. Thanks for correcting me. It is a race to 10, but if you see the score there, there's a race to 8 remaining. When we get to like 8-8, I'll say it's a race to 2. So just so you know, that's the way I think about these things. It started as a race to 10. Now it's a race to 8. You got the window? No, that was definitely a 9-ball foul. Yeah, there you go. Hand it over. I didn't think that window was wide enough. You give this guy ball in hand and you might as well sit down for a while. He does just move around this table, man. He doesn't waste any time. Comes up with a plan, visualizes it, executes it. Ding dong dong. Look at that. A little straighter than I think he wanted, but he should be able to work his way around this. Might go forward and put the 8 in the right side pocket. Not sure. Looks like he's hitting low. Says, you know what? I got stroke. Watch me work. Might as well take it that way. I think he wanted the side pocket on the left. but there is absolutely nothing. Yeah, you got a big smile on his face. Nothing wrong with this leave. Just like that, after being down 2-1, FSR gets his lead back. He's up 3-2 now. Let's take a look around the room a little bit. See what other score updates I might have for you. Federer and John Moore are tied at 2. Victor and Yap, I'll just say Yap. Victor's up 4-2. Sanjin is playing Thorsten Holman. Sanjin's up 3-2. Tyler's tied at 2-2 with Elliot Sanderson. Michael Feliciano's up 4-0 on Pius Labutis. Wow. That's a heck of a start. Nayuki Oi is up 4-2 over Fraser Patrick. And finally, on table 14, we got Hubert Lepotko up 3-2 over Emil Andre Gangflot. Track number 5 or 6 coming up. Gonna make that head ball disappear. Bye-bye. 6 ball is going to be a spoiler here, I think. Yeah, it sure is. Kept the cue in the middle of the table, but the 6 ball said, nope, you don't want to see that too. Better and More, I believe, are the stream table. Let me double check. Yes, that is table 4, which is the main stream table over at BSN, Billiards Sports Network. So if you do decide to go watch it over there, make sure you keep your phone open on this channel just in case. App, gonna make it Fran's problem. Fran says, oh, he's coming in. Yeah, nope, I don't want it. Yeah, Federer's on the BSN stream. Great jump shot, man. He made that look effortless. He didn't get rewarded for it. Well, actually, he did. No, the 3 balls up top. I was looking at the 4. Great shot. Actually, a really good observation saying lots of countries are represented in the final 16. There's only 2 Americans left. Tyler Steyer and, well, Federgorst, technically, I suppose. Oh, Thorsten Homan. Other than that, there's a whole bunch. You got John Moore, Canadian. I'm not going to try and decode all the flags. I'm not Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory, but there's at least 1 UK, a couple of Romanian, 1 Japanese. So, yeah, a lot of different countries represented. A big event. Does he stay ahead of the 7? Yes, he does. Great touch. Gonna come around for the side pocket. Beautiful. Feel like this is gonna go right to the wire. Like it's 3-2, 3-3, 4-3, 4-4. You know, that's where I see this going. Clean as a whistle, man. Great shot. Get to 3-3. It's a quick word about the McDermott Open. I know the dates have changed since I had this image made. It was originally scheduled for April 1st to April 4th. Now it is July 13th through 16th. Going to be hosted here at Yale Billiards. Look at all those familiar faces. Lucas Fracasso Verna, recent champion at the WNT in Hempstead, New York. You got a Kachi in there. You got a Georgiev. You got Jonas. You got David Alcady. You got FSR. You got Jason Shaw right there at the top. They're all probably going to be here again. Should be a lot of fun. Entry fees $400, $10,000 added to the pot. If you're interested in playing, you can always come to Yale Billiards, get in a satellite tournament, qualifier, whatever you want to call it, or you can enter for $400. Just send Bobby Hilton or Lisa Zunge a note saying you'd like to play, and you can get it right in there. I think there's still a few spots open, but it's going to fill quick. They didn't post the Calcutta numbers, Thomas. I know that it's 10,000. Oh, let me just double check. I don't want to say I know when I don't. I want to say it's 8,000 for first place. Oh, 16,000 for first place. Look at that. 16 for first, 10 for second, 7 for third, fourth, $5,000 for 5th through 8th, $3,000 for 9th through 16th, and 1,000 each for 17 through 32. Total prize pool is about $100,000. $16,000 first place ain't a bad way to go, man. And who knows what the Calcutta looks like. I can only imagine. Usually, whatever the prize pool is, double that and make it the Calcutta. At least double it. Like we're having a couple of little internet issues over at the host site. That's nothing I can do about that. Apologize. Hopefully it'll smooth out. Last couple times we had a couple stutters here and there, but it wasn't bad. FSR shooting absolutely flawless right now. Can't go any better than that, man. That was beautiful out. You know, this is an alternating break format, so Dominik will have the next break. Now Francisco's up 4-3 over Dominik. Like I said earlier, expect these guys to fight it out to the right to the end. I think it's going to go to the wire. All right, Federer took a game from John Moore. He's up 3-2. Victor's up 6-2 over Yap. Keller leading 3-2 over Elliot Sanderson. Aegis is on the board finally, 5-1 under Michael Feliciano. A lot of great matches out there. Nayuki Yoi's up 5-3 over Frazier. So making pretty good progress here. All right, let's take a look at that snap. One ball went right in the side like it's supposed to. Two balls buried behind the 5. Well, not buried, but probably a jumpy shot. Question in the comments section asking how many tables. There's 16 tables that are in the tournament. I don't know how many action room tables are outside of that, and I'm sure there's a few set up in the actual vendors area. So but 16 in the tournament to be concise. Try and tie the 2 up a little bit with that 6. I think he did it okay. I'm not sure if the 2's visible enough to make it in the side, but we'll find out in a minute. Don, I don't know where you get these things, but thanks for the laughs, man. Got the corner pocket, and wow, he made that look easy, didn't he? I'd be sweating that shot. Then again, I'm like a 500 Fargo, so here we are. I can talk real good about pool. I just can't actually shoot very well. Being set up on the side pocket. I was a little surprised by that. Aimed it like it was nothing though, so guys are just dialed in, man. Center pocket every time. Brilliant. That's gonna do it for this rack. Tran's gonna go up 2 games. It's gonna be 5-3 right now. Once again, guys, if you're enjoying this free coverage of the Philadelphia Super Billiards Expo with commentary, by the way, then we do appreciate any support you can give to the channel. There are several ways to send in super chats, Facebook stars, Zelle, Facebook, yada, yada, yada. But any entrance or any donations of $5 or more will enter you into this Q-Tech. I'm sorry, Q-Tech. Did I just say that out loud? McDermott Cue of the month, September 2025. Emerald green stain, beautiful cue. Valued at $550. On Monday morning, we're going to go through all the donations to all the various different places, and we're going to put them all into a kitty. We're going to do a random drawing Monday night, and the lucky winner will walk away with that cue. Well, not walk away. We'll probably ship it, but you know what I mean. Try break, missed the one on the side. Now we're going to be looking at Ugh. I think we're looking at a safety. If who's a little tied up, 3 and the 8 are in the way. Quote my good friend Bobby Hunt and say there's just not much of a future in trying to run here. Might as well save. Oh, he's going to play the 2 all the way up. I think that was his only real choice. I mean, maybe the side pocket. Trying to figure out where to leave it so he's not treetopped by the 5 or the 9. Bump the 9 a little here. Nope. Used to draw there, gets him right in the right angle for the 5. Out in the middle of the field. Playing the 6 and 7 in the same corner. Ooh, that was a little risky, but he got there. We'll be back within 1, 5-4. So Dominik's behind 5-4, but he's got the break. Not be surprised. Tied it up here. All right. Nice matchroom break. Cut the 1 right into the side. Got to look at the 2. The 6 is kind of being a bit of a butt. Spoiler, I guess. I hate combos, so I would never even recognize this possibility. Looking like a probable safe play here. It'll work nicely. 7 balls giving nice coverage to the 2. 2 balls leaning on a rail, it looks like. Feeling it? Looks that way. Oh, he came right on by. All right, Dominik back at the table with ball in hand. This could tie this match right back up. Nothing to really hate about this spread. Gotta be honest. Pretty good pattern here. Nice little pullback to get to the 4. Worry about the 7 and the 9 balls here. A little extra traffic. He didn't any stretching and shooting over a ball. This is where I love being left-handed, by the way. Probably going to grab an extension. Yep. Give himself a little extra reach because, yeah, he's going to have to sit on the table and set up behind the 9 ball. Not an easy shot at all. Give it a little bit of gusto, but that's okay. A shot on the 5 brings the cue to the right side of the table, right where he wants it. Himself a little stretchy here again. Might need that extension back. Oh, just going to lean right over. I forget right-handed people can do this. That'll work nicely. Again, tie game, 5-5. Sorry, Jules, but I'll say it again. It started as a race to 10. Now it's a race to 5. Hopefully I worded that properly. So 5 games left for both players. Right there, neck and neck, man. These guys are battling. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. about that. But like I like to say, about halfway through the broadcast, sometimes when nature calls, you gotta listen. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Yeah, definitely give us a like on Facebook or YouTube, whatever platform you're watching us on, and follow Facebook, subscribe YouTube, turn on notifications. We might have some more Philly Expo content coming up tomorrow, but this is going to be the last match of the night, at least for me. What a battle, though. 5-5. FSR and Dominik Jastrzab. I have several Polish friends, and I looked it up, and yeah, Dominik is Polish, or from Poland. And it seems like the Polish language uses consonants entirely different than the rest of the world. At least that's my experience. Just as an example, as a strange aside, there's a blackberry brandy. Everybody here likes to refer to it as Jezignawa, based on how an English person would read the label on the bottle. But my friend Leo Markowitz, very Polish. And by very Polish, I mean so Polish that his genetics report came back 100% Polish, and I've never seen anything like that before in my life. It's usually a mixture of something, especially in the United States. Having said that, he corrected me, or he corrected somebody else in the bar, and it's actually pronounced Jezhnówka. So the J is not a J, it's a Y, and then the rest of the letters make no sense, but I did Google it. Hopefully I have not been mangling Dominik's last name tonight. But what a spread we got here. It's just a matter of who's going to get the open shot first. Big jump. Where are they going to land? Oh, two's going to land in the side hole. Oh, what a shot. Let's take another look at that. Over the 3, off the 7, into the side, nothing but net. Sometimes that's just how the rolls work, folks. Tommy, appreciate you that. Sending in a $10 Cash App. That's awesome. That'll buy you 2 tickets for the queue. And I appreciate the compliment. I work hard on this stream. I try to get everything looking as good as possible. We just put in, I'm gonna guess, $1,200 worth of sound equipment to make us sound better. I think it's done an amazing job. We actually can hear Bobby Hunt now. He's a very soft-spoken fellow in general, but we have a brand new Rodecaster 2 Pro Sports, soundboard. A couple of brand new Shure speakers, a couple of boom arms so that we can get those mics right near our mouth so you don't hear the background noise and you hear us clearly. So we're always working hard to make sure that the stream is as good as possible. From our own internal in-house camera system, we have 18 table cameras and an additional 8 multi-angle cameras on tables 4 and 8 for our Gold Crown 7s. And we have state-of-the-art OBS studio situation here on the computer. We're always working to make this stream as good as possible. And then, of course, our other program that we produce here in the booth is the Boom and Freezer Show. So if you haven't checked that out yet, you really, really should. It's Scott Frost and Bobby Boom Hilton doing interviews with, I think we're at 45 episodes already. It's only been a year, and they've been working hard, man, like one a week at least. Big names in pool: Shane Van Boning, Efren Reyes, just Jason Shaw. I mean, John Mora. They've all been on. FSR, I believe, has been on. He was there. He did a dual episode with David Alcady, if I'm not mistaken. But they sit down and talk to these pool players about what they're thinking about during tournaments, what their favorite moments were, how they think about pool. I know they had a great episode with Tony Chohan with all the health issues that he's been having. Sort of gives you some insight on what's been going on there. Just amazing content. If you're into pool players and pool, like Emily Frazier from Matchroom came on there. She was our very first interview. We might have her back soon, just to see how things are going with Mosconi 2026. There's a ton of great content on there. It's perfect. You can get it anywhere you listen to podcast. That includes Apple Music, Spotify, and of course, YouTube. Just put it on your phone, listen to it on your way back and forth to work. You will not regret it. It's fantastic content. Oh no, FSR with a big error there. Wow, that could not have come at a worse time. I mean, honestly, 5-5 is bad, or 5-5 is not bad. Not bad. But missing that 5-ball and scratching, that's going to basically a giveaway of a rack. And I think he comes back. I don't remember who broke this rack. I want to say it was Dominik. So it's not the end of the world. They had Savannah Easton on there. That was one of my favorite episodes. Just learning how a young woman comes up into the pool world as strong as she has. So it's a fantastic story. If you want to check it out, the easiest way to get there is just go to boomandfreezer.com. I'll put the link in the comments section. I'll try to go through. Max Eberle's been on the show. John Moore, of course. AJ Manis. Hayden Ernst. Christina Tkach did a great episode. Dave Bartosiak from Dave's Classic Billiards. Jesus Atencio has been on. SVB doesn't do interviews, but he did the Scott Frost Boom and Freezer show. Scott Frost himself had some stories to tell about how he won $1 million gambling in one weekend. Jonas Soto. Florian Kohler, the Venom. Moritz Neuhausen. Roddy Morris. Just so many. Fran Bustamante, Django. Loisius Yap did a great episode. Jeremy Jones, of course. Jeanette Lee's been on, another legend. FSR and David Alcady, I just mentioned. Sophia Mast. Yeah. Just it's absolutely it's so worth your time. It's an hour to hour and 45 minutes usually in that range. And man, Oscar Dominguez. What else we got in here? Sky Woodward. Right after Moscone. That was a great episode. Jason Shaw Unfiltered, Dominic Dunn, and of course Emily Frazier. I just mentioned that one too, man. So I gotta say, if you haven't listened to it, check out one episode and tell me how many you binged. So Dominic's up 6-5, and he had the break. Okay, so that was a FSR break. Dominik has a chance to go up 2 here. Another question in the comments section. Frank is asking if they're breaking on the 9 on the 1 or the spot. So Matchroom rules. This is a WNT ranking event. So it's Matchroom rules. The 9 is on the spot. The 1's a little bit forward, and you have to break from inside. There's a box that you can't really see too easily from the camera view, but I'll try to recreate it with my little drawing thingy. About that size. They have to break from inside that area. Alrighty though, no problem for Dominik. Knocks the 1 down, but does he have the 2? I highly doubt it. Ronnie, it's definitely not the kitchen. Kitchen is basically this guy right here. From the way the lines are drawn on the table, this is basically your limitation on where you can break from. Most players seem to break from like right here or right here. You get that one ball to go in the side pocket. All right, guys, got about 400 people out there. Hope you guys are enjoying this content. Let us know by hitting a like. And if you're interested in that cue raffle, send in a $5 donation on any platform of your choice. And we will very much appreciate that. Even though we're doing this for free and I'm sitting here in the booth talking for hours and hours and hours, it does cost us money to get this content for you. So any support you could offer would be awesome. Good idea, Ronnie. Let's go see if I can get some more scores out you. Some updates. All right, Federer and John Moore are tied at 5. Man, there's another battle going on over there. Victor Zelensky is up 8-4 over Yap. Thorsten Homan is up or down 2-8 against Sanjin. God, I don't even want to pronounce the last name. Elliot Sanderson up 6-5 over Tyler Steyer. Another battle there. Michael Feliciano is up 9-4 over Pius Labutis. Fraser Patrick is down 5-8 against Naoki Oi. And finally, Hubert Lopatko is up 6-5 over Emil Andre Gangflep. There's your score update. Tommy, I appreciate that. I mean, I'll go with coffee. I've had exactly 2 cups of coffee in my entire existence, but there are other beverages that are definitely in my wheelhouse. But I do appreciate the contribution very much so. Coming around, catch the 4 from behind, catches the rail, but look, oh wow, look at the cue ball. Tidying up right behind the 7. I almost feel like I should send a donation to Sean Canty on YouTube for providing all the comic relief. Those are the funniest comments I've read in a long time. Oh, jump shot, launched it. All in hand, 6 balls on the table with a guy like Dominik. This is very dangerous. I like that technique right there. A lot of players would play a stop shot, but he pushed it forward like an inch and a half, just enough to give him that outside angle on the 7 in the side. That's pro level stuff right there, man. Hard to control it like that. Exactly what I mean, man. He had the exact right angle to get on this 8. Dominik with a 2-game lead for the first time, I think. I don't think he's led that much in this rack or this set so far. Now, I don't think Tom Shine's going to mind, but let me show you our very own Gold Crown 7 table 8. I don't know if you can see it very well. Boy, the contrast is not great. But this is basically the kitchen. That's the head string. That's the foot, the head rail is right here. So that's what they call the kitchen. And then I can see very faintly a line drawn on the felt right here and another line drawn on the felt right here. And that is the matchroom break box. Anywhere in this area you can break from. Anywhere outside is a foul. So, kitchen. Hope that clears it up. Oh, we got. Oh, don't tell me the feed froze. I was out there on table 8. Oh, nope, it's just somebody standing very, very still. All right, it does appear that we're on a player break, so I might as well try once more to implore upon you. If you want to support the channel, we do have a queue that we're going to razzle off on Monday for every donor that sends in $5 to the Sharkstream through any of our channel donations, Facebook, YouTube, Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. You're going to be eligible to win this queue. September 2025 queue of the month. An emerald green stain on maple. Irish linen, black with green speck. And you can see the bottom right there, those 4 great, those emerald rings as well. So Irish pretty much through and through. The McDermott logo, just a gorgeous queue. Curly maple forearm. I still say it looks like Irish tiger stripes, to coin a phrase. And if you want to send in contributions through any of those areas or any of those payment platforms, that's your QR code right there. And I'll also post the ones I know in the actual comments section. And we do appreciate any support you can give. It's not cheap running a channel like this, but we do appreciate every one of you guys coming in here and supporting the channel. So good stuff. This is, I read your comment, Tommy, and I Googled it. what's the etymology of the kitchen and pool and billiards? And this is what Gemini came up with. The kitchen and pool is a colloquial term for the area behind the headstring, the bottom quarter of the table, where the breaking player often shoots. This term likely originated from 18th century home settings, where due to space constraints, tables were placed with one end near the kitchen, forcing players to stand in the kitchen to make shots. I don't know if that's true, but it is an interesting speculation on what that means. So perhaps that's where they call it the kitchen. And I see something on Reddit that shows the origin of the term the kitchen in billiards. See what happens. All right, well, back to the live action. It's been an interesting conversation, but that was a dry break at FSR. So Dominik's going to come back to the table now. And he's got a good look at the one ball, if not a great play on the one ball. It's pretty funny. I never knew that before. I honestly didn't. So there you go. You learn something new every day. Well, you're supposed to. Not many do these days, but okay, we'll just let it lie there. You got in mind, do you think? Try to sneak the cue behind the two? Do or do not, there is no try. Did he get there? Looks like he took a look. If FSR's got a clean look at this one, don't know if that two's just enough in the way. Coming off the rail, it looks like to me. Oh, clean look. Clean as a whistle. Popped it right in there like it was nothing, 9 feet away. Gotta love it. Draw. A little bit over the top of the 8. I wouldn't be very comfortable with this shot, but then again, I'm not FSR. And I'm not right-handed. There's my guy Paco, USA. Man, we're seeing a lot of the long-term supporters of the Sharkstream in the comment section tonight. I love it. An interesting theory. I honestly, Brandon says that I'm pretty sure the WNT break box is determined by drawing a straight line from the first and third diamonds on the foot rail straight through to the middle diamond on the head rail, which is okay. So I think that's backwards. I think it's probably the foot rail as the middle diamond and the other. So like, let me draw some lines just for fun. We're gonna doodle a little bit. Can't really tell where that dot is. So those are the 3 diamonds in question. Here's the kitchen. And you're suggesting that this intersection here is the WNT break box? It's very close. If it's not spot on, that's actually a really good theory. I'm not going to lie. I think that's, I'd never looked up the rule, but just by doodling lines, that looks like the WNT break box to me. 7-6. FSR needs, oh, actually, no. Yeah, Dominik is in the lead. He's breaking right now, and he's in pretty good shape. Scratch. No, it isn't. Still dry and a clean look at this table for FSR. The 2-ball is kind of ugly because look where the 3 and the 7 are sitting. You either got to bank it or safe it. Those are the only two choices. Or combo, I guess, is a choice, but it's not a choice for me, so I won't even mention it. Hey, Tommy, I said that was my prediction right at the very beginning. He says he'll coming. You go back to the first couple of minutes of the broadcast. I said, okay, these guys are going to battle. I'm going to go right to the wire. And I predict in the words of the great Andy Gow, we just fast forward to Hill. But then we wouldn't get to see all this great pool, so not going to complain. And he does look like he's choosing the combo here, the 2-7. Once in a while, I think the feed's frozen up a little bit. And then I have to realize that they're just standing really still while they think. Thanks, Tommy. I appreciate that. Sure, Bobby does too. And Brandon, thank you for the compliment. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Got about 350 people hanging around. I know there's so many other streams and so many other games and definitely a lot of elite players playing right now at the Philly Super Billiards Expo Championships here. But very happy you guys decided to tune in here. Means a lot. Appreciate it. All right. 2-7 combo or 2 skim? 2 skim. That's my guy. He doesn't like combos either. Tried to bury it behind the 5 and the 3. Didn't quite get there, but the 4 is going to give him a little bit of coverage. Does not have a direct line to the corner, so let's see what he's got in mind here. Oh, Tommy, I'm not traveling anywhere, man. I haven't left Connecticut in probably 10 years. Well, let's think. I have gone to Boston a couple of times. But other than that, really not much. I would love, once I get, I'm not going to go into the details of my personal life, but once I get certain situations taken care of, I do plan on visiting other pool halls and checking them out. And I would love to go to the Expo and the Derby and, you know, a couple other big events, Turning Stone. I'd love to go check that out. But for right now, I'm a Yale Billiards homebody. Sorry. Gonna trip the 2 right up table and stick them on the set. What a shot. Give him the boom for that one. That's jail. Yeah, Brian, I think I hate combos, and everybody knows me that listens to this channel knows that I hate combos, but I think I would have gone for the 2-7 combo there, believe it or not. Now he's stuck in this situation with this 7-ball, 9-ball. Just he's in jail right now. There is no jump. Come to a bank tops. I don't know. I'm just looking at it. Maybe I'm just looking at it funny, but the only shot without being at the table, it's hard to say for sure. But I feel like this is where he's got to go with a little bit of running English. Draw to rail kick. Paco says it best, man. You saw what I drew. I may not know much, and I will definitely not go with the follow-up line on that song. Oh, one. That just happened? That just happened. Kick it in. Just got to kick it in. And get position, it looked like. Mad draw. Shortens it up. Curves it into the 2. And he's got to look at the 3. I mean, what do you say to that? I guess all you can say is nice shot. Made the 3s out and open for the 4. Boy, oh boy. I think he's off to the races here, folks. SR ain't going down without a fight. He's looking to tie it back up. Any of you guys ever come down to Yale Billiards? There's a brilliant picture on the wall here of FSR holding his cue like an old West cowboy. He basically, like, he's a gunslinger. Got the cue sitting on his hip. It was a cover of Billiards Digest about 6 months ago, and our very own Austin Co-Francisco took the picture. But it's on the wall, and every time I play over on that side of the room, I can't help but stare at it. The dude's got such swagger. Overran that a hair. Yeah, look at that. He turned up his nose a little bit at that one. Bit of a recovery mode shot here. Pinned it right in. Where's he going to land? He's going to land lined up on the 8 in the corner. What can you say, guys and gals? FSR in the house. Tied 7-7. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Joey hit the lights, Bobby grabbed the mic, chicken calling at you from the other side. Sharkstream, going live. We're about to enter water, only sharks survive. In 3, 2, 1.
Look at that ad and I think, oh my goodness, how much has changed? The booth doesn't look like that anymore. I'm still wearing the exact same flannel that I'm sitting in the booth that I appeared in that commercial with. But we have the Gold Crown 7s now. The walls are different colors. The carpet's different. We're going to have to get that shot again soon. But it's still a fun commercial. And once again, thanks everybody for tuning into the Sharkstream. Yes, Oliver was in the tournament. I believe he went out 64-96 or 65-96. Here, I'll slap in the link so you guys can check it out yourself. I can't do all the research for you. Well, I can, but I won't. Go to this page here and look at all the players in the tournament and see how they did. Better in FSR would be gross, but I would not count out Yap yet. And having said that, he was trailing while he lost. Victor Selensky took him out 10-4, so I take it back. I will not be putting any money on Yap. Naoki Oi won his match against Fraser Patrick 10-6. Diaz is out. Michael Feliciano advances to the final 8. And the rest of the scores are in progress. Tyler's up 7-6 over Elliott. Tangen's up 9-3 over Thorsten. And John Mora is up 8-6 over Gorst. Oh boy. Mora on a tear. Right now, Tommy, we have 8 Gold Crown 3s and 8 Gold Crown 7s. In about 6 weeks, we're going to have 16 Gold Crown 7s. I've played on almost nothing but the Gold Crown 7s, and my feedback is this. I love the way it's engineered. I love the flatter pockets, so you can put your hand on the pocket and not have to worry about getting, the lips of the pocket and that kind of stuff. So that engineering is fantastic. My only negative feedback, and McDermott is a sponsor, by the way, or no, Brunswick is a sponsor. The shelf where the balls come back is just a little too tight. I have giant hands and I'm constantly busting my knuckles trying to get the balls out of that stupid ball return. And after we installed them December 27th, it's now April 11th. So we're talking about 14 weeks I've been playing on these tables. I still can't get a handle on these rails. And I'm a pretty good shooter. I'm not a great shooter, but I'm a pretty good shooter. And I used to have the rails dialed in on the Gold Crown 3s. I just can't figure these Gold Crown 7 rails out. I don't know if they're just positioned wrong or not wrong, differently, or if they're harder, or even if they're softer. But what I used to see is like, you know, you throw them into a rail hard, they come back short. You throw them in the rail soft, they come back long. I just can't get a dial on it. So the tables feel real good. When you sink one in a pocket, like directly, you get this very pleasurable thud from the back of the pocket. It sounds awesome. They roll well. Cliff Dubé, our table mechanic, he's Pro Fitment Billiards. You might see him in the corner of your screen. He does an amazing job felting these tables, and he put them all together. It's just me personally. Those are my only two nits. I can't figure out the rails, and I keep whacking my knuckles on the ball returns. Other than that, they're amazing, and they're super durable. Just pleasing to look at. They're gorgeous. Tommy, I wish I knew if they were super speed rails. I don't know what the factory ships them as. Maybe that's why I'm confused. But when I feel like I'm hitting it dead center into the opposite side, for example, I'm doing a cross-side shot, and I line it up with the speed I always use for that cross-side shot, damn thing comes up 2 inches short. We did make it to 33 to 64. Okay. For 64 players that started today, I didn't see, you know, I haven't memorized them all. Wow, big thin cut there from Dominik. Almost flukes it in the side. That's going to be a big break for FSR, I have a feeling. Came up a little wide on the corner, and now just a tap in for the 3 on the side. Question is, can he get back to the top of the table for the 4 in the corner? Yeah, you can see where he's waving his cue around. He's like, oh, okay, I want to land around here somewhere. And that he did. Just enough angle to get over to the 5. He might rub the 6 a little tiny bit. A lot of these young players, man, they're just these 20-year-old, 30, you know, 20, late 20s, early 20s. They're coming on strong, man. Just absolutely a joy to watch. All right, after being down 7-5, FSR takes 3 in a row to go up 8-7. Brilliant shooting there. Everybody, thanks once again. I hate to beat a dead horse, but I know Bobby wants me to do it. So I'm going to show you the queue again. I'm going to show you the donation links again. All donations to the Sharkstream that are $5 or in multiples of $5 will be entered into this raffle that we're having on Monday night. This is the McDermott Cue of the Month, September 2025. An emerald stain with, what do they call it? Curly maple? Yeah, curly maple sleeve inlays. Just, it's a gorgeous cue. I don't have it in my hands anymore, so I can't just show it to you, and I wouldn't want to anyway, because that's the booth camera. But if you're interested in supporting the channel, find your way to either of those QR codes or to the YouTube super chats or to the Facebook stars. Yes, it does come with a G-Core shaft. Played with McDermott since the day I picked up a cue to the day, or that was my very first cue was a McDermott D4. Next cue was a D19, and then along the way I acquired a D21. No, D21, and then I acquired a D23. So the D21 was my playing cue. My D23 was a acquisition that, you know, I've told the story before, but I had all three of those cues for a long, long time. And then when Predator went from just making shafts to making cues, I picked up a Predator LE698, and I've been playing with that cue ever since. Still have my Predator. I still have my McDermott, though. And it has a very special place in my heart. Don, are you just pulling these out of your... I'm going to go with head? Or do you have a book of generic X... I'm not going to say insults. Let me think. Let's just say jokes. They're good, but damn, you got way too many of them, buddy. Then again, I don't know your ex. Dominik looking to claw one back, though. He doesn't want to go down to... He does not want to give up the hill yet. But a nice shot. Pinned it right in. This is where it gets real tricky, though. He's got to make the 6. But that 7's not in a friendly spot. It's sitting on top of the template. It might have access to the bottom left corner. Not sure. Definitely has access to the top or to the right side pocket. He's got a decision to make when it comes to position. Gonna go back and forth for the 7 in the corner. Nope. Denied. Now he's in trouble. FSR is chomping at the bit here, saying, okay, what do I do? He wants that 7 ball back. Dominik's not happy. He can't get the template out of there. He's looking for a ref, I think. The ref should be able to come over with a ball mark and get that template out of there. Like both players are seeking a referee. Make sure that they can play this one correctly. And that's tough, man. When the ball's sitting on the template like that, it can do all kinds of weird stuff. But if John Lehman's still there and he's got his little trusty rusty ball mark in there, he might be able to work that out without causing any kind of interference. Here comes the ref, I think. Is it our big dude? Nope. Oh, yep. Ref, he's got his mark. Pull that ball out of there. Right back where it was. Just like that. Down goes Federer. Really? Did that happen? Federer Gorst loses to John Mora 10-6. My goodness. I mean, John Mora, I watched him. I just broadcast his match, and he's been playing super sharp. But taking out Federer, 849. Damn, good for him. A lot of big names getting knocked out. Pijas was a favorite to get in this one too, and he's done. App's done. Wow. Wow. All right, what do we got in mind here, kids? Try to push the 7 to the the right rail. Oh, he feathered it. All right, well, you know what? He bounced it. Nothing wrong with that shot. Federer conceded with 4 balls left. Are you serious? Wowzers. I'm shocked. Boy, these guys know how important this game is, man. FSR wants the hill, and Dominik says no. Did he go for the make? Oh, and just came up short. Oh my goodness. I thought he might have gone for a safe play there, but it looked like he went for the make and just came up a touch short. Oh, okay. So Federer scratched with 4 balls left. You give ball in hand to a guy like Mora, it's like 99%. You might as well just take your lumps. I get it. Hey, Gorse has got a clothing line he's got to take care of. You never know. If Dom's got the juice here. Oh, slow down, buddy. Slow. A little aggressive. Still makeable. Definitely not a gimme. Where's it going to land? It's going to land perfect. Here we go. 8-8 coming up. Bang zoom. All right. We're 16 games into this set. Approximately 2 hours. FSR up to break. Started as a race to 10. Now it's a race to 2. I asked it at 0-0. I asked it again at 5-5. Now that we're at 8-8. What's the final, guys? Got 500 people watching right now. Let's see some predictions. We know it can't be any more than 10-8 either way. It could be 10-9 one way or the other. Tell you what, though, Dominik has no quit in him. Neither does FSR. FSR has a slight advantage here having this break and the next break after that. So let's say he wins, then Dominik wins. He'll have the last break. So that may actually become part of the equation. Dominik has 1 break left. FSR has that possible 2 breaks. All right, drop the 1. We got 2 hill predictions, of course. Everybody knows it's going to go hill. They're fighting, man. I tell you what, this is a big difference in cash. 5th to 8th versus 9th. 5th to 8th gets $5,000. 9th to 16th gets $3,000. So there's $2,000 riding on it. All right. 2-4 combo. Left the 2 hanging. The only ball I worry about is that 6 ball, really. Nothing wrong with that. He's got the 6 in the side, I believe. I don't think that 9's close enough to block it. Well, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Did he get far enough past it? There's yes. It'll be a clutch break and run if he pulls these 3 balls out. I got my finger on the button. Oh man, he could not have made that look more easy. What an out.
That break and run was sponsored by Taom Billiards, the best chalk in the industry. If you need any chalk, gloves, or a max rack, check out taombilliards.com.
Dominik needs to respond with the same thing. FSR on the hill. Dominik needs 2 in a row, man. And FSR has the final break. If Dominik wins this rack, FSR has the final break. So don't get me wrong, that's a big advantage for FSR. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate every single one of you guys. If you want to support the channel and our free broadcast this weekend, please do. Super chats on YouTube, stars on Facebook, and of course our various Zelle, Cash App, yada, yada, yada. You'll be able to get a $5 entry into the raffle for the McDermott Cue. And that's valued at $555. So we do hope you consider supporting the channel. But this has been a great this has been one of the best matches I've watched in a long time, or done commentary for that matter. I'm pretty impressed. The winners in round 3 so far have been John Mora over Federgorst, Victor Selensky over Yap. Pijus lost to Michael Feliciano. Nuyuki Ori won over Fraser Patrick. The other matches are still in progress. Right now, Sanjin is up 9-6 over Thorsten. There's a question about the future guests on the upcoming show. I'm not sure I can share anything, but I do know that season 3 is in the books, and the big guest that we closed season 3 with was none other than the GOAT himself, Efren Badareyes. And it surprised me, but he speaks far more English than he lets on. So it was a good show. We have a lot of interesting guests coming up for season 4. Scheduled to start programming sometime in the next 3 weeks, I want to say. Scott and Bobby are just taking a little bit of time off to themselves. Bobby's got a lot of balls in the air. He's got a couple things he's, working on. But yeah, we're going to have some great new guests on Boom and Freezer season 4. Pop quiz, hot shot. Does the 5 go by the 9 or does it go into the 9? Measuring up the 7, so it must go by. Wouldn't this be sick if we go to 8-8 and then FSR gets a break and run and then Dominik replies with a break and run, and then, as I described already, FSR has the final break. I'm super excited for Johnny Mora, man. I think he, I watched his earlier match. I did it. I think, was it? I can't remember if it was by myself or with my friend Bobby Hunt. But yeah, it was a great match to watch. Look at this, man. Slaps it in the side with a touch of draw. He's going to get his break and run. Now it's going to be Hill. We say about, I mean, this match started at exactly 9 o'clock. And we pretty much unanimously said it was going to go Hill. And here we are, folks. Dominik not going down without a fight. Brings back a break and run of his own. FSR coming to the table for the final rack of this set, guys.
That break and run was sponsored by Taom Billiards, the best chalk in the industry. If you need any chalk, gloves, or a max rack, check out taombilliards.com.
All right, this is the rack of the set. There's only one rack left, no matter what happens here. Score is 9-9. Race to 10. Tournament stakes. This is a $2,000 rack. Let's be honest. Plus whatever they got in the auction, Calcutta, whatever you want to call it. Oh, the one ball almost didn't go, but it snuck in the door. Now we're waiting on see what happens with the 7 ball here. It's going to tie up the 4 pretty good. But the 2 is out in the open, man. Clint, I have to go use the restroom so bad. And I'm not looking for a defensive battle. I'm just saying. All right, man. FSR at the table in control. Got a little bit of traffic behind him. Somebody's on the table behind him, so he's just waiting to take his turn. Big shot there from FSR, coming back all the way around the table to get to the 3. Can roll forward gently and still have a shot at that 4. If he gets to the 5, I'm calling it. Game over. Lining that sucker up. Like, do I go to the side? Do I go to the corner? Oh my goodness gracious. All right. This is the clutch shot of the game right here. Knocks it right in the corner. Got plenty of angle to go to the side if he wants. And that should put him right on the 6. Who else is glad I picked this game? We had 7 games to choose from, and this is the one I picked. How excited are you? 9-9. Going to the corner? Is he going to the side? I don't think he can figure it out yet. I say what? The tap in the side sends the cue this away. Tap in the corner sends the cue. Like those are your 2 kind of choices, I think. So I was like, I'm fine. I'll take my time. This is a tournament ball right here. Well, Troy, Mora would have been a great match, but unfortunately for us, we were only allowed the side tables. That was on the main table. You have to go to Billiard Sports Network to watch that match. It decided to go to the corner, and he boxed it. Oh, my God, did that just happen? Oh, my goodness. That is not something I would have expected right then and there. I don't know if he was rushed or... Wow. Huge break for Dominik. Jastrzab. What a miss. Woof. These guys did have a rack about 6 racks ago where they went back and forth missing the 8 ball, and it was kind of scary. So we'll see. Yeah, that was crazy. I did not see that coming at all. Now Dominik's just got to breathe deep and execute. That was a gift. He knows I have to whiz. Well, anyway, he's going to take a couple laps. Come on, buddy. I literally have to go. Going real first coming around. Should set up nice on the 6. Still not out of the woods yet, man. That 7 ball's not. I don't think it's. Yeah, he's trying to come to the right side of the 7. That's going to set up pretty nice. FSR is going to see that shot in his nightmares tonight. That's 4 in the morning over there, Sean. Jeez, can't believe you're still here. But still delivering on the one-liners. I'll give you that. Clutch. That's it. Dominik with an ups. Well, I wouldn't even say upset at this point, man. Dominik has won this one. FSR is out. Man, that was a tough miss on that 6 ball. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you want to support the channel once again, check out the McDermott Cue of the month that we're rattling off on Monday. $5 donated to any of our PayPal, etc., Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, or Super Chats, and you'll be able to enter into a kitty to get this cue possibly shipped directly to your home. Appreciate everybody that stayed with me today. I know we did 4 matches. We might have some more content tomorrow. Not sure. But if not, good luck to the final 8. And thank you guys for tuning in and supporting the channel. We really appreciate it. The Brian and Booth saying goodnight.
Bobby Hilton here from the Sharkstream. Give a shout out to all of our sponsors. Of course, our gold sponsors, Brunswick Billiards. We are the Brunswick Arena on the Sharkstream, and of course, McDermott Cues. Then we got our silver sponsors. We can't forget those. We got Taom Billiards, Salotto, of course, Yale Billiards, Simonis Cloth, Wayne Harriman, the Sandman, Pro Fitman Billiards, Andy Gow, Aramith, Letman Lights, and Carbon Magic Cleaner. And of course, we can't forget our local and bronze sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. They've been with us for a long time. K. Morgan Painting, APA, Jacoby Custom Cues, Sigma Wear, Organic Ink Tattoo, Dynamic Pressure Washing, NM Billiards, Tommy's Tattoo Supply, Pool Table Magic, and of course, Vacuum Lease. Thank you guys all for your continued support. Appreciate it.